They got to get rid of this because the defense didn't do anything for the most part. Like 99% of the time when you see somebody fumble the ball out of the end zone, the offense fumbles. Let's say you're diving for the pylon. Ball goes out of the end zone. Touchback, you lose the ball. So here's the key is get rid of the rule, but also what would be the solution? Now, if you want to punish the offense a little bit and bring it back to the 10, at least they should keep possession of the ball if you fumble it out of the end zone. Yes, McLevin.
Why isn't it just kind of make it a lot like it is during the field? Just make it wherever he loses the ball, that's where it's out of bounds, unless the other team recovers it.
I'm okay, but I'm saying I'll even go to the 10-yard line. You fumble it out of the end zone, you want to take it back to the 10, I'd be fine with that. I just don't think you can penalize the offense like that. Yes, Paul.
What about loss of down back to line of scrimmage of that play? Because then it's not a vague yard line. Because you lose the down doesn't count. It counts, basically. Yeah. So let's say you're running back at the 5-yard line. He runs, he tries to do the dive thing, goes out of bounds. You get the ball back at the 5-yard line for another play, but it's the loss of down. You're back to 3rd and 5 instead of 2nd and 5.
But if it's a 4th down that you do it, then you've lost the ball.
There you go.
Yes, Eden.
So I hate the rule too, but just to play devil's advocate, why are we trying to make it less awful when you fumble the ball? I mean, if you don't want to lose the ball or you don't want to have that situation, then don't fumble it out of the back of the end zone.
But if I'm diving for the pylon, so I'm making an athletic move to try to score, why should I be punished for trying to score a touchdown here?
Well, why should you be rewarded for trying and not doing it right?
But I would rather, and if you want to say reward, I'm not really rewarding you. I'm just not punishing you. I'm not going to let you lose the ball completely. I can take the ball back 10 yards. Or you could lose it down or something. But I don't think that you should lose the ball because you tried to score a touchdown.
But you also shouldn't get the ball back just because, well, they did all this work and they're down here so close. It's not fair that he fumbled the ball and now they lose it. Okay, sorry, that stinks.
Yeah, well, here's the difference. The offenses don't get any breaks in the NFL, Seton. And this is a break that I'm trying to give these offenses. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do. Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk had a screed about this. There continues to be no good argument in favor of allowing the offense to keep possession when a fumble in the field of play goes out of bounds at the 1-inch line, but giving the ball to the defense at its own 20 if the ball ends up hitting the pylon or otherwise ending up out of bounds in the end zone. The defense in many cases has done nothing to cause the fumble, and it necessarily has done nothing in case to recover it. So why does the offense keep the ball when it goes out of bounds in the 100 yards that aren't the end zone, but lose the ball when it crosses the plane of the goal line? It makes no sense. And the, don't fumble it excuse doesn't work because, again, if the ball goes out of bounds at the 1-inch line, the offense keeps it even if the offense lost it. According to Mike Florio, well-respected journalist on Pro Football Talk, agreeing with me on this. You guys agree with me or Seton on this? Seton makes a case that, hey, why do I give the ball back to you? Hold on to the football here. But my point is the same as Florio's. Any other spot on the field, if you fumble it, I'm not giving it to the defense. Yes, Seton.
Terry McCauley in his tweets was making the argument just there in the interview that the end zone is special, that it is different.
Yeah.
And we have different rules for the end zone.
McLevin?
I couldn't be more with you. My big thing is the NFL Network, and they just highlight guys diving for the pylon. It's one of their main highlights, and then they have this incredible penalty on that play. Don't promote it if you're going to try and legislate it out of the game.
Do we have a poll question, by the way?
We have a couple options.
Okay.
I did start out by putting out who should sit the rest of the season. Cam Newton, Aaron Rodgers, both neither.
Okay. Yeah, Paul.
What if you spot the ball when it left the player's hand? You go to replay, and you put the spot, and you do your best with replay to say, he lost the ball at the 2, that's where the ball is dead, and that's where you spot it. So the guy last night, he had it knocked out at probably about maybe the 1-foot line, 2-foot line, and then when the ball exits his hands, that ball is dead. Wherever that is, you spot it.
Right, like the rest of the field.
Yes. Even if it doesn't go out of bounds, but it's like he's diving sideways, he leaves his hands at the 1.5-foot line, dead ball. Easy to spot on replay.
I mean, I know the end zone is special, but also if the offense fumble, the defense has to recover. You know, then you can take it out to the 20 or 25. I have no problem with that. But, you know, if you fumble, it goes out of bounds, or you dive for the pylon, goes out of bounds, I don't think you should be punished for trying to make an athletic move. Yeah, McLevin.
No rule I love is the one where you can't fumble forward in the last 2 minutes of a half or I think of a game because of that Oakland play way back when.
The holy roller.
The holy roller. So I see that enforced once in a while where like teams get banged because they fumble forward and like, holy roller rule. 50 years old or something.
Yeah, see.
People try to make athletic plays in the game all the time.
Yeah, and we don't punish them.
No, occasionally you fumble and you lose the ball, or you try to make an athletic play as a quarterback and you throw the ball up and it gets intercepted. You're making an athletic play shouldn't determine the whole game is nothing but athletic plays.
But I'm making an athletic move to try to score a touchdown, and I fumble the ball out of the end zone because I'm going for the pylon. So that, and you may not have had a defender who had anything to do with it. So I'm going to be punished because I'm going for an athletic move.
You should be punished even more if a defender's not involved and you still fumble it through the end zone.
No, you dive.
Yeah, and then you just lost control of the ball. It just fell out of your hands.
Well,
yeah, you should be punished for that.
I don't think so. But same thing that happened with Des Bryant in Green Bay. They finally came around to that years later and said, you know what, on second thought, yeah, it never should have been a fumble. Or it was a catch and then a fumble, and he recovered it.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.